Shemai, bore da, prynhawn da, noswaith da, croeso I dysgu Cymraeg gyda Tom. Sut ydych chi? Dwi'n da iawn, diolch yn fawr. I'm very well, thank you very much. How are you? Uned 23, Unit 23, flying through the units. And in this unit, siarad am orfod gwneud rhywbeth. Talking about having to do something. Now, if you've listened to sports on S4C, on S4C, you'll often hear the phrase Rhaid. That is when you must do something. So, Rhaid I fi and oes Rhaid I fi, which is the question, or does dim Rhaid I fi, you must not do that. So, does dim Rhaid, does dim... Oh, I'm going to come back to that because I've forgotten it. I was going to start this a whole different way. However, looking at this, Rhaid I fi fynd i'r baba. Can you work out what I just said? Rhaid I fi fynd i'r baba. And you may have noticed that there was a fynd in there, which is usually mynd, because rhaid I fi, or rhaid I ti, or rhaid I chi comes with a soft mutation. And I think I got those right. I'm going to jump back to the help section of this unit to find out exactly what the different sentence structures are. And luckily for me, I did get them right. So you've got rhaid I fi, which is I must, rhaid I ti, you must, rhaid iddo fe, nice little iddo in there. So rhaid iddo fe, he must, rhaid iddi hi, she must, rhaid I ni, we must, rhaid I chi, you must, and rhaid iddyn nhw, they must. So rhaid I ni dysgu Cymraeg, we must learn Welsh. Now, if it was don't do something, it would be does dim rhaid I ni siarad yn y gwers. We must not talk in the lesson. Excuse me. However, we do laugh a lot. That is true. It's been a really good lesson. We're off for 2 weeks after this, so you're not going to see me. And the last video was ages ago because I did it immediately because we've got Gwlad y Gan on Pure West Radio, which was hosted by Thomas of Dysgu Cymraeg Pembrokeshire. So you can listen back to that on the podcast. So go to purewestradio.com, Gwlad y Gan is what you're looking for. And it's aimed at learners, so Thomas speaks very slowly, very clearly, and he introduces the songs. All the music is Welsh language as well. So if you know any Welsh language artists, send to get them to email studio@purewestradio.com, and we'll take it from there. Now this unit it's quite a short one really, because it's a nice condensed phrase, but it does have those soft mutations in there. So, rhaid I fi bostio llythyr wythnos nesa. I must post a letter next week. Rhaid I fi bostio. Rhaid I fi brynu car, as opposed to prynu. Car newydd flwyddyn nesa. I must buy a new car next year. And then to ask the question, so do you have to work next week? Oes rhaid ti weithio yr wythnos nesa? So do you have to work next week? Oes rhaid ti weithio yr wythnos nesa? And of course, weithio, soft mutation to work, is gweithio. So all those soft mutations, those treiglad meddals are used all the time with rhaid I ti fynd, rhaid I ti fynd yr ysgol. You must go to school. Fynd, not mynd. And then does dim rhaid I ni balu bill heddi. You don't have to pay a bill today. And so we went through all these. There was a few games that were involved as well in linking things up. And like it's quite a nice little unit. And I must go to the shop. Rhaid I fi mynd, rhaid I fi fynd i'r shop. Like these are sentences that you would use in real life. So it's really cool. And then, so that's like, I have to do something. But if I must or mustn't do something, rhaid I fi beidio a smocio. I mustn't smoke. Rhaid I fi beidio ar a siarad Saesneg. I mustn't speak English. I'm still only mynediad. I'm sure that they're going to get more strict if we carry on to Sylvain, the next level, and we're speaking English. They'll be like, Rhaid I ti beidio a siarad Saesneg. You mustn't speak English in these lessons. Yn y gwers, yn y dosbarth. And rhaid I fi beidio ar bwyta'r gormod. I mustn't eat too much. But I love food so much. And then we had the sgwrs, the conversations, humorous one about tadci. Dwi'n caru tadci, ond mae e'n grac iawn heddiw. And why? Pam? Dwi ddim yn edrych ar y gem, mae e'n chwarae i'r tîm dros 80 oed. He's playing for the over 80s. Chwarae, playing, ond mae'n 97. But he's 97. And it was Pel Rugby as well. And we went through angani, which is pronunciation, and there was one word that was tripping us all up. Bryswch, which is busy, which is different to brush. So there's bryswch and then brush. Brush, brush. One's to brush and one's to brush, which is busy. On bryswch. On bryswch. But it's busy. And then we went back through, we've got exams coming up. So if you're in your second year of Mynediad, or you're on the fast track, like I have been, because we're on unit 23, most other learners that start at the same time are not. They are further back. We've got oral exams coming up in June. Yeek! And we are expected to be able to answer questions, which I've referred to in previous videos. So, ble dych chi'n byw? Dwi'n byw in Holford. I live in Holford. One of our learners lives in Tenby, which means that un has a different mutation. So you have to go dwi'n byw yn Ninbych y Pysgod. Ninbych y Pysgod, not Dinbych y Pysgod. So that's quite different. And then there's another section in the exam where we're shown a picture and there's information provided on this person and we need to explain what these things are saying. We haven't done the homework on that one yet, so I'm going to scooch past that one. And then part 4 is we have to ask the examiner questions. Basically, we're given a whole list of words and we have to ask 3, 4, maybe 5 questions, or so we're told. And we did have some extra information about the exam. It's definitely going to be ar Zoom, ar-lein, ar Zoom, online on Zoom. And yeah, we're given different words and we have to come up with questions. And luckily, we are Mynediad, so they don't have to be very difficult. So the examples that we've got in our book, the first word is byw. Ble dych chi'n byw? Where do you live? Tick. You don't need to overcomplicate these things. But we still did. We still managed to do that. What I love about my particular class is we all want to know the next bit. And I'm really pleased for my style of learning that I'm on the fast track. Because we've flown through the Mynediad in one go and I'm in a group of people that really want to grasp it and understand it. So diolch fawr iawn to fy nosbarth. My has its own mutation after it. So that's me trying to mutate dosbarth. I'm fairly certain it does. Fy nosbarth. It'll be something like that. Byddeg, nay, Richard, if you're watching, I'm sure you can put it in the comments and let me know. So that's pretty much what we've done this week. And then we've got 2 weeks off. There is the chance there's the Easter course. It was half price a couple of weeks ago. That's over 3 days and that's like a big old revision, like going through little segments of each of the units, which is really cool. And there's also, I had an email this morning about being prepped in time for the exam in June, and there's going to be other chances for some more revision lessons as well, which is quite cool. So they really do look after you in the run-up to trying to get these different bits and pieces. June still feels ages away, but it's April, May, June. So let's hope I don't forget everything over the next 2 weeks, because that would be disappointing. And yeah, well, I'll see you in 2 weeks' time, or 3 weeks' time, depending on when this video comes up. And we'll be looking at siarad am gyfres o ddigwyddiadau en o trefn, which is talking about a series of events in sequence. Cyn I fi, ar ôl I fi. So before something and after something, I'm going to assume at this very early stage. And if you didn't get my earlier sentence, Rhaid I fi fynd i'r barber. I need to go to the barber. These curls are getting a bit crazy. Hwyl fawr. Enjoy Pasg hapus. Happy Easter. And I'll still be on the radio. So if you want to catch up with me, you can find me on Pure West Radio on the early morning breakfast show, or the early breakfast show, 6 till 8 a.m. every day. And yeah, come join me. Come say hello. Send me a message or find me at Hello from Dyer if you literally want to say hello. Hwyl fawr.